Did you know Ethiopia's first paratrooper became one of its most feared rebels? It was General Tadesse Birru. General Tadesse Birru was one of the most influential military leaders and freedom fighters in modern Ethiopian history. He was not only a respected general in the Imperial Army, but also a pioneer of the Oromo rights movement and an early supporter of Pan-Africanism. His life, marked by both military success and political rebellion, reflects Ethiopia's mid-20th century struggles with identity, empire, and resistance. Tadesse Birru was born in 1921 in the Selale region of Shoa, central Ethiopia. He was Oromo by ethnicity and grew up during Emperor Haile Selassie's reign. In the early 1940s, he joined the Patriots during the Italian occupation and became part of the resistance against fascist forces. His courage and leadership earned him respect and a position in the Imperial Ethiopian Army after the liberation of Ethiopia in 1941. He rose rapidly through the ranks and became a general and commander of the Territorial Army. Tadesse played a key role in modernizing the army and introducing new military training techniques. He was instrumental in training Ethiopian paratroopers and was the first African paratrooper trained abroad. In the UK, Pan-Africanism, Global Training and Connection. To Nelson Mandela, General Tadesse was a firm believer in African unity and liberation. He was closely associated with the Pan-African movement during the 1950s and 1960s. He trained freedom fighters from across Africa, including from Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Namibia, earning him international recognition. One of the most notable figures he trained was Nelson Mandela himself. During Mandela's secret military training tour of Africa in the early 1960s, he visited Ethiopia, where Tadesse Birru was one of his instructors. Mandela later wrote about this experience in his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, expressing deep admiration for General Tadesse and describing Ethiopia as a place where he first held a gun. Among his students were members of the ANC, African National Congress, and other liberation movements. This made him not just a national figure, but a continental hero who helped shape Africa's future leaders. Oromo identity and rebellion. Despite his high-ranking military position, Tadesse grew increasingly frustrated with the Amhara-dominated political structure of the Ethiopian Empire, which marginalized non-Amhara ethnic groups, particularly the Oromo. By the late 1960s, Tadesse began to speak openly about the need for Oromo cultural revival, language rights, and equal representation. He was one of the founding figures of the Macha Tulama Self-Help Association, an Oromo civil organization formed to promote education, development, and Oromo identity. When the government cracked down on Macha Tulama in 1967, General Tadesse was arrested and later put under house arrest. His continued advocacy for Oromo rights made him a symbol of resistance. In the early 1970s, Tadesse was implicated in an attempted coup and accused of plotting against Emperor Haile Selassie's government. He was imprisoned, released, and rearrested multiple times. When the 1974 Ethiopian Revolution erupted, bringing the Derg military junta to power, the political landscape shifted drastically. Although initially freed after the fall of the monarchy, Tadesse was soon rearrested by the Derg. The new regime, led by Mengistu Haile Mariam, viewed Tadesse as a dangerous figure due to his influence, Oromo activism, and ties with foreign liberation movements. He was imprisoned in Alambakan prison, also known as the End of the World, where he was tortured and denied a fair trial. Despite international concern, in 1975, General Tadesse Birru was executed by firing squad. His final moments remain shrouded in secrecy, but it is believed he was killed without due process, alongside several other prominent political prisoners. His death sparked widespread mourning among the Oromo people and other marginalized groups. To many, he died a martyr, a symbol of the fight for justice, equality, and identity. Today, General Tadesse Birru is celebrated as a hero of the Oromo people and a forerunner of the Oromo liberation movement. His advocacy for ethnic equality and Pan-Africanism remains deeply respected across Ethiopia and beyond. His legacy influenced the formation of the Oromo Liberation Front, OLF. Even though he was not directly involved with it, he is remembered for his powerful speeches, fearless actions, and undying commitment to justice. He remains a towering figure in Ethiopian history, a man who challenged the empire from within and who dared to dream of a free, inclusive, and just Ethiopia. General Tadesse Birru's life was one of courage, sacrifice, and vision. He wore the uniform of an empire but dreamed of a more inclusive Ethiopia. He trained soldiers in war, but his true battle was for freedom and dignity. I hope you like this video. If you do, please share with family and friends. Subscribe to Tales of Ethiopia for more powerful stories of forgotten heroes and untold truths from Ethiopian history.